In my hand, I am holding the deadliest mushroom in the world. This is the Deathcap, that mushroom that lady in Australia used to kill her family. Let's talk about it. Whoa, this mushroom can kill you. This is the Deathcap, or Amanita phalloides. Starts out as a small egg covered in a white veil, pushes up from the surface, and grows up into a full mushroom, leaving behind remnants hanging down here. These mushrooms have a sac-like vulva at the base, so this is the egg it grows out of. They have white gills, often have some annulus or skirt, ring, remnants of that partial veil on the stipe. And on top, they're usually sort of a sickly green, light brown color. This mushroom contains amatoxins, which are a small peptide that is heat resistant. So there is no amount of cooking or processing you can do to make this mushroom safe. It is deadly toxic because those small peptides bind to your liver irreversibly and shut down all organ function. Usually people get sick within the first 12 to 24 hours, but the disease will progress without treatment, often results in death around 7 to 10 days by organ failure. It is very painful and very uncomfortable. That lady in Australia used a dehydrator to dry these out, put them in a beef Wellington to feed her family, which was very intentional because you had to know what this mushroom was and how to process it to make it dangerous. It doesn't take that much of this mushroom to kill a grown human, so you need to be really careful with these, but just touching them is not hazardous because the toxin cannot diffuse across your skin. Those small peptides are diffusible into water and liquid, so you don't want to boil this or cook this with other mushrooms. That's why you need to be so careful around picking this, because there are edible Amanita lookalikes, but the Deathcap itself should be avoided at all costs, and I will definitely wash my hands after this. People have made the point that you can take a big bite of this and spit it out and you will not be harmed. However, I think that's a little hazardous and I do not recommend doing that. Here in California is spreading widely. It's unfortunate because it's actually an invasive species from Europe. It's kind of disheartening to see a whole bunch of these growing here in one of my favorite chanterelle spots. Know thine enemy. The Deathcap, Amanita phalloides, responsible for 90% of mushroom-related deaths in the world. That's the Deathcap. Because this is so toxic, I'm worried about leaving it trailside, so I'm going to go ahead and yeet this into a spot where it will have a harder time spreading its spores. Thankfully, some kind soul left a disclaimer, and I was able to put that near these mushrooms so people know that these are toxic and you shouldn't eat them because these mushrooms can kill you.